The Pentagon is considering sending 10,000 troops to the Middle East. Is that purely a defensive move or something more?
It's purely defensive if we end up doing that. We don't have any announcements, but we always look at our force posture in light of threats that we're receiving. And starting on May 3rd, we started really receiving a variety of threat streams that suggested that Iran was planning imminent attacks against American interests in the region. And so we changed our force posture to be, one, in a defensive position so that if we're attacked first, we can defend ourselves.
Do you have any evidence yet of what Donald Trump said at the weekend, that Iran, quote, wants to fight?
Yes, we have multiple threat intelligence reporting that Iran was planning kinetic attacks against American interests. And it was over many days, very credible and sustained intelligence reporting detecting plots to attack American interests in the region. And so we very quickly repositioned military assets to defend ourselves. And we think that was the right decision.
The Iranian ambassador to the UK told Sky News, don't test Iran, we are prepared for all eventualities. What's your response to that?
We're not testing Iran. Iran has been threatening to attack American interests. That's what our intelligence clearly shows. And so if Iran does attack first, the United States, in an act of self-defense, will defend itself and we will respond with military force. But we are in a responsive, reactive mode.
The administration says that it doesn't want to go to war, but are we getting closer to that?
Only if Iran brings us there. Everything the United States has done has been defensive, and our foreign policy continues to be consistently diplomatic.
You're increasingly prepared for the prospect?
If Iran is going to increase its threat level against us, it would be negligent if we didn't posture ourselves defensively.
Would it not be easier to confront Iran's malign behavior whilst reducing its nuclear program? You can't do that outside of the deal, can you?
Well, Cordelia, you can. You are able to. Being outside of the deal gives us enormous freedom to deter Iran. When we were in the deal, all of our oil sanctions and our banking sanctions we couldn't touch, because they were suspended during the life of the deal. If they don't have that revenue, they can't fund Hezbollah and Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad and the Houthis in Yemen and their Shia proxies in Iraq and Syria. That's what's going to deter Iran.
There have been reports of splits within the administration on what to do with Iran. How joined up is the thinking?
There is a unity of purpose to take a different approach to Iran. Ultimately, the president decides, and we have had nothing but full agreement on what we should be doing to deter Iran from running an expansionist foreign policy, from trying to acquire a nuclear weapon, and from sort of its regional aggression.
Because this is a president who campaigned on a platform that he did not want to get involved in foreign wars.
He does not want to get involved in foreign wars. But he will take action when necessary to protect American interests, as he did in Syria.